Hello and welcome to November's Dash Resilience, and once again the weather is shit. We have been welcomed again with strong winds that seem to be in a bit of a shelter here because we can't hear or feel it, but promising strong winds and rain overnight. You know, it's just something we're used to now, so we just dust it off our shoulders and carry on.
Because we're strong, tough
and resilient. But the question is, are you? We are back on the OL 17 map today, this weekend, which is the Snowdonia map. But we've been quite cunning because we know that some of you have been parking in Betws and Capel Cirrig waiting for the grid reference to be posted, and then you're quite close within striking distance. So we're actually on the far east of the map today, so we're on the Denbighshire moors. We've just parked the car at a farm which was owned by, it turns out, an old customer of ours, so we said hello, he let us park there. Potential Gore-Tex jacket sale because the one he was wearing is a bit tatty, so hopefully we'll see him in the shop soon. So yeah, we head up, we head onwards. The cloud is low, it's full of rain. Let's see what this weekend brings. We hear the wind a bit more now. We are just hand railing, a term I learnt at the night navigation course last week. We're hand railing this wall. It's going to take bare left in a minute. We're going to follow that and we should reach our campsite. Dad's just going to do a bit of a pan around now so you can see what to expect when you get up here.
a moonscape, a featureless site of scientific interest. Moorland, undulating, what's the word on the foot, Rich? It is a
boggy.
Boggy, yes, there you go. Okay, over to you.
So yeah, it is boggy. We've just we've been into sort of shin deep water back there. Just level out a bit now. So yeah, looking forward to my cup of tea, really.
Right, we've just picked our camping spot by the river. Nice babbling brook. It's a bit boggy, but we think we've found the best spot. So we'll see you later. Keep you posted.
So here we are at the location. Those of you that have found it on the map, we're at the sheepfold. You can just see it to my left there. We are back out in our old faithful Vango. Those of you that have watched our videos previously will realise that Dad cut a slash into the side of this on the last weekend. We have repaired that. I'm having to shout because of the river behind me, just to give you an indication of how much rain there must have been up here recently. We can only hope we don't see more of that later on tonight, but the forecast that I saw did promise rain about 1 AM, so we shall see. I'm not sure the time, just do a time check. Bear with me. It's 4:05, so you won't know where we are until another 55 minutes has passed. By which time we'll have had probably 2 or 3 cups of tea. I've just taken a little walk round. As you can see, I've got the head touch on. It's pitch black at the moment. The wind is not as bad as I was expecting, to be honest. The rain, you can see it just coming across my face now, is very fine. The tent's holding up superbly. The repair has worked, and we're just waiting now. It's about 20 to 6. So you guys should know where we are. We'll be having some soup in a minute for some tea, and yeah, we'll just we're not going to hear you coming because the river is really loud. So if you're close to us and shouting, we're not going to be able to hear you. So unless you stumble right on top of us, get that grid reference right, you could easily miss us. I'll see if I can do a bit of a shot around, but yeah, so this is what you are walking through, and as you can see, it's pitch black. There's the faint glow of our tent. a beacon of lights, if you will. And I don't know if you can see that. There we go. There's the prize cache in all its glory in the dry bag. So we will see you a little later on. Good morning, North Wales. It is 5 to 8. I had a relatively good night's sleep actually. No winner so far. I just came to a bit of a scout round to see if maybe people turned up and bivvied or camped out to wait for the morning. I can't see anybody. This is the sheepfold that the grid reference located. Just go quickly walk through here. You can hear that river again in the background. Well, we couldn't actually sleep in the sheepfold. The ground is so, to give you an indication, very wet ground around here. In fact, wet ground leading up to this location too, so it's not the easiest to walk across. But yeah, it's quite undulating in here, so couldn't find a flattish spot to camp. So we pitched ourselves over there.
Here we have the early stages of an industrial accident. Richard's fancies testing his skills at setting off a bushcraft fire using raw materials that nature provides after a rainstorm.
Yeah. Now those of you that have seen previous videos know my fire lighting skills are shit, so I can't see there being any improvement with wet tinder, but we've got an hour or so to kill someone.
We have added part of modern civilization to the mix by 2 sheets of best quality Lidl's toilet paper.
It's
so he's got combustion.
It's double quilted and triple velvet and all sorts, so it should go out quite well.
Yeah, he's got combustion. Some say he also has retention, but we'll just see. While we're waiting for Richard to light his fire, or attempt to, just scan the horizon. Look at this, a typical day. Yesterday was bleak, black, wet, windy, very miserable, and now look what we've got. It's the glory of Wales, really. In all its splendour, nature in tooth and claw, and you can just see through the gap there the wind turbines. Yeah, wind turbines. Let me just get a bit more of the. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Fire lighters and away. These are Swedish firelighters, they're fantastic. They really are fantastic. I've tried different firelighters before and they're just useless, but these really bang them out. They bang it out, but you've got to have the, the
you've got
sight.
to be able to build a fire for them to really take effect.
But just trying to get that, oh yeah, we do. Continues. You're supposed to start these fires with the smallest items possible. You start with extremely small pieces of dry grass. If you've got resin off a tree, that's great. Anything like that, but dead small, building up. These are micro pieces of grass, etc. So to get a fire going, you need to start building up into gradually bigger and bigger pieces. So it's quite a long, drawn-out process, as you can see. Perfectly well demonstrated by Richard here. But ladies and gentlemen, look at the sparks. You don't need to buy any sprinklers at the 4th of July or Guy Fawkes night. Just some Swedish fire steels. Richard has a beautiful 6-month-old daughter. Gorgeous gift. I hope she doesn't get to be 21 before we finish this fire.
You need to have support, you know, from your team members. That's key, integral to a successful weekend bivvying, camping. I mean, we kind of thought that this was going to be the result when I started this.
What you need is male bonding and humour to stop us.
It's too goddamn wet.
Yeah. Well, I spotted it straight off, Rich. You need much more tissue at lower ebb, so it's underneath all that stuff. But I wasn't going to mention it because it's your failure.
The tissue's not even catching.
Yeah.
I think the tissue is.
One more go, and I'm going to switch the camera off. Give it a rest.
The tissue is taken off on the.
He's picking up this perfect tissue. It's absorbed the moisture, isn't it?
Yeah. Then it's just.
Well, we've got our toilet paper light. Whether we can move with this, I don't know. There's a lot more on, I think. We've got a one hit here. One chance of a brew up, Rich.
If you thought we were ever going to make a cup of tea on this, you...
Well, a couple of sheets of toilet paper, that's what made it possible, but
just killed it.
Don't forget to fan it, although there's enough of a breeze.
Stuff's too wet.
There you go.
How not to light a fire.
Chance of building a new civilization in North Wales has failed at this point.
Thank God we've got a gas stove. So we've already mentioned the veracity of the river that we're camped next to. You can see the white water there, but what I'm not sure you can see is the actual colour. It's so turbulent. It's obviously kicking up the peat from the bed. Yeah, and we're going to show you a bit more clearly now. It's Denbighshire Moors, finest spring water, straight off the Denbighshire Moors. Weirdly, it doesn't look too bad through the camera, so I'm not sure how this will pick it up. But yeah, it's got a very distinct brown tinge to the water. This is what we've been making our teas and coffees with. Full of Denbighshire goodness, vitamins, minerals, and the healing properties that go hand in hand with the moorland sheep piss and shit. There we go. We've got a business opportunity to bottle this up and fortify the open portage with this. We're going to have a brew now. Thank you very much. We're certain that middle-aged women will pay over the odds for this. Well, the short of it is, you failed us. It's 12 o'clock on Sunday. We've had no takers, so we packed up all our gear and we're going to head back to the car, drive home, find a pub and have a nice Sunday dinner. You've let us down, really. Fairly easy location, plenty of roads around for you to park the car up and an hour and a half jump across moorland to find us, but it seems you were not tough, strong or resilient.